to memorize your lies. I feel like I've been hypnotized. And then that magic man, he come to town. Woo-wee, he done spun my head all round. Said recess is in session, 2 and 2 make 5. And now, baby, oh, I'm alive. Oh yeah, I'm alive. And if you wanna be the teacher's man, well, baby, you just better forget it. Rock got no reason, rock got no rhyme. You better get me to school on time. Oh yeah! Assignment. Kick some ass. And if you wanna be the teacher's pet, well, baby, you just better forget it. Rock out the reason, rock out the rhyme. You better get me to school on time. And if you wanna be the teacher's pet, well, baby, you just better forget it. Rock out the reason, rock out the rhyme. You better get me to school on time. This is my final exam. Now y'all know who I am. I might not be that perfect son, but y'all be rocking when I'm done.
My name is Uzma Afsar, and this is my solution for the fraternity house. Starting with my concept, I wanted to create not just a structure but the whole site, keeping that in mind. I wanted to create something that's sustainable but also doesn't cost that much. So I wanted to create things or like place buildings in such a way that energy is not used more. So I can explain that in a bit. So starting with the site analysis, this is the site analysis. Most of the sun and most of the harsh rays during the summer is on this side of the building. So adding these structures like here, just like Max had, that will allow the sunlight, the harsh rays to like block some of it. And then on the opposite side, most of the winds or like strong winds are from this side, which is northwest. So these structures here can block some of those winds coming in here, but at the same time, having those winds here can have like, it can pass through this and have those passive when going on through the building. So I wanted to create an open model for the whole structure. So as you can see here, everything is open. So from here, the wind can go here and it's not closed, or it's nothing like a hotel room, I guess, a hotel hallway. So with the site analysis, most of the slope is right here, as you can see in the section. Some of the slope is right here, so I wanted to take that into consideration and add some points which might not cost more, but at the same time help us, or we can use advantage of them. So there's a concept of step farming that I wanted to include on that slope. So whatever you see here are the retaining walls with stone. So with the help of slope on the topography, I didn't change anything, just following the topography. I added this retaining walls which kind of create the step farming effect. So all the rainwater or stormwater that we will have will come down and store into these underground water tanks, and I can get that in a bit, but that's what I wanted to do with the slope. And with the site, that's about it for the site analysis. And then for the floor plan, this is the entrance. This is the entrance vestibule, and then I wanted to create all the common spaces in one place, but at the same time differentiate them or make them into different spaces. So it's kind of an open concept, but these places right here are living, dining, mother's unit, and laundry room, which people will use most of the time, and it's kind of noisy. So it's on this part of the site, and then this is chapter room, conference room, and the library, so which is comparatively really quiet. So that is separated by the atrium I have here, which is this. So coming back to the rainwater or stormwater, I wanted to use that all water and all the gray water that we have on the site to collect in this area. So all the fountain or river, all the water that you see here is reusing that water underground. So, and when it comes to the dorm, I didn't want to use or make an artificial pond, if that makes sense, and use the same water as a kind of aesthetic feature on the site. So the fountain you see here is right above the other water tank that I have underground. So all the gray water used from like all these domes collects into this, and then it's reusable. And then I wanted to, as far as the materials, I wanted to use really simple materials, but at the same time, I wanted the site and the whole structure to contrast from most of the buildings on the campus. So I used white concrete here and wood panels here. So these are the simple geometric shapes that I used in the hallways and also in the entrance here to create. Since this is an open concept, I wanted to create that sense of security when you feel when you're inside the dorm rooms. So if you see, if you see in this, if you're here, that's looking out to the backyard, it's still an open concept with no doors and everything here, but at the same time it's closed enough to so people can feel secured enough. So yeah, and also with all these landscaping, I think it's hard to manage it sometimes. So I also added compost bins here, and it's here somewhere. I can't really see it, but far enough so people don't complain about the smell, but at the same time using that to have kind of manage this systems here with the water that we already are using, the gray water system. I also wanted to just apart from this central courtyard, I wanted to create an outdoor seating, which kind of ties in together with the same panels I used here up for the outdoor seating and events whatnot, we can have it here. It's kind of a large space, so it can hold about, I would say, 50 to 60 people around here. So I think it's a good way to just separate from the whole structure and go out and like spend some time over there. So these renderings are pretty dark here, but I think it's better here. So this is kind of a night view for the outdoor seating, and there's also an outdoor seating here with snow roof on top. But these also have the same panels that I used all throughout the buildings. And then this is how it would look inside the hallway, which is right here, same inside. So I think the geometric pattern, even though it's simple, I think adding those shadows that it creates during the summertime and sunsets, I think it's really aesthetic and without any extra cost. This is the rendering of the mother's unit, which is right here, which also have two doors. I did not use many windows here. I just used more doors, which are foldable, open kind of doors. So if you're here and you want to go out, you don't have to go all the way through and then go out. You can just go to the backyard. And it also follows with the mother's unit right here. So it has two doors, and then this is the interior of the mother's unit. That is the exterior view of the fountain and the common spaces here. As you can see, I tilted the roof a bit because having a flat roof, which is just one single roof for all these spaces, is a bit too much. So curving it a bit like this gives it, I think, more drama. And also, I thought it is a good idea to add, if at all in future solar panels are added, I think adding those on this side of the roof is a good angle because most of the sunlight comes from here. So adding solar panels here would be a good idea, and curving that a bit like this. This is how, this is a sunset view. So as you can see, the shadows I was talking about that creates here, I think that's a good, just a drama that creates without any extra cost or something. So that is it. Any questions or comments?
Is this all open wood framing on the room hallways?
Yes.
All of it?
It's an outdoor space.
Right.
I like the open nature of it.
I think one of the points I forgot to mention is all this area right here in between can be used as seating. I do have it right here, and also at the back, this is a balcony for the living and dining area here. So if there are more people who are coming into the dining area, I think opening this up would have like an extra space, just more people to come in.
But it's also outdoor, all the gray spaces outside.
This one?
Yes.
Yeah, the roof is overhang roof. I think you can see it right here, and also right here. So it blocks that some of the harsh sunlight that comes into the building, but at the same time allowing winter sunlight to come into the building, and then also the winds that I was talking about here.
During the warm weather, I think that's the problem. The winter will be hot.
It could be, it's gonna play. Right.
I think it's also like in winter, most of the spaces here, like people won't go out as much. So
Yeah.
I don't
Very
think that,
true.
but having these open does work and with the advantage of us to have like winds coming in instead of closing all the way out.
And the fact that they're not connected, you've got the heat and cool from one building to another also.
I also forgot to mention, these are just the proposed ideas that I was thinking about. Instead of having HRV, we can use ERV, and then all for the windows and the clear windows I have here, triple pane windows. So most of the heat that, even though I have doors here, that's taken care of during summertime.
Good. It'll make a difference.
Any other comments or questions? Well, thank you, Uzma.
Thank you.